some stuff that I don't actually even want to think about. You've got to open it up, all the bad memories, whatever. But that's I think it's least responsibility that you should be taking when you make something or create something to show it to anybody. So yeah, it's personal.
In this relation, the tone of the film is very light. However, the scenes of sexual encounters between Haru and her boyfriend was framed against like stock war footage on the television. What was the significance of this for you? These feelings did you hope to provoke with this scene?
The war raping scene,
yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Actually, it's the reason I draw like a sex scene quite violent with the boyfriend is because I didn't really want to show a girl's sex scene, and so I tried to avoid showing like too much kissing or touching and girl sex because I don't think everyone's open to these concepts, and I wanted everyone to see it. Like I didn't want to make a wall to people. So, but to make, if you want to imagine girl sex, you could, and that means you're quite open to it. But to make people imagine these scenes in their head, it's I tried to put boy and girl sex scene quite violent and quite obvious, and so that's why it's there. The kind of half raping, but the war on TV. It's like quite obvious reason. It's, but actually it's connected to the scene with a fire. What's the word? Firework. Yeah, yeah. It's connected to the firework scene where two girls see firework in the evening, and Haru says something like, "Oh, it looks like a war," and Riko says it's beautiful. But it's actually in the conversation, it doesn't really make sense because Riko is not really answering what Haru said. And what I wanted to say from that is because Japanese young people, they seem to be very too peaceful, and they're really not conscious about what's happening outside of Japan. And there are countries that has war and people dying and kids dying every day, and you don't have to actually go there to experience, or be tortured by death. But everyone got imagination to imagine their feeling, and that's more important thing. And so what I wanted to say was that just looking at something, random in front of you, and you think it's beautiful, but it reminds you of war, then the next thing I want people to think is that you can imagine something through that, and there's so many things that you can imagine from anything. If you're living in your life, you see moon, you can imagine something. Or, if your grandma dies and you feel really sad, but you can imagine how others feels in war from that. And Riko says beautiful towards that kind of how people could be beautiful just trying to live and the power to live. So that's like complete opposite kind of reflection in the other scene when she's being raped. Yes.
You chose to focus on particular details in the film, images that are not usually seen in cinema. For example, I'm thinking of showing women on the toilet, dealing with periods. Even the sexual scenes are very unerotic. What was the thinking behind this?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to say, really, can I swear? Yeah, really fuck off to all these boys have some kind of stupid fantasy towards girls, and we are actually human being, and hair grows, and just we take shit, we eat, we do things like natural stuff, but there are so many Japanese boys that have huge fantasy towards, like, for example, idol. Hikari, the main girl, she is a big idol. She used to be like a singer. So I just thought it's going to be a good opportunity for me to say, like, yeah, this is not, the girls take shit and kiss, and that's natural. Yeah, and also the armpits as well. It just grows naturally, and we can get hurt by boys saying, little things, and yeah, that's the reason. Just wanted to put it as quite realistically.
You have in past interviews described Kakera as a woman's film.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think women films are perceived, and do you think this unfortunately limits the film's appeal to a broader audience, specifically the male audience?
Actually, I thought I had I worried that it might, be maybe I wouldn't get many male audiences, but with this, from like press screenings and some screenings back in Japan, it seems like men takes it kind of different way, and they get different message from it, and because it's so there's so many conflicts in the film, like men's so horrible, if I exaggerated, like the boys like so horrible and the girls like we're like this in your face, and so I think it's not my worry anymore. But also in Japan, it's still quite rare to have a female director. Not these days, there's so many young female directors, but it's not from it hasn't been like this for a long time. It's only recent, and also filmmaking is something was only for men for a long time. So still, when I have like interviews, they would categorize me as a female director, and I don't mind that actually. I know some female directors really hate being categorized, but you can't really choose your gender or nationality. This is something that you were born with, and to be able to be yourself and speak up as who you are, you've got to just go through it, and I didn't want to avoid it, and so with my first feature film, I thought, just because it was a girl's love story, I just wanted to have a point of view as a female. Yeah. Not too conscious about it, though. I didn't really think, I've got to be really female, and it's just natural, isn't it? Like, I'm a female, so.
Thank you so much for giving us your time to interview, and congratulations on a great film.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think it's fantastic. It was the second time we saw the film, and we liked it even more.
I picked on kind of her messy, tussled up character of Haru.
I'm really excited that Kakera is getting a UK release.
Only thing I was worried was like, what if no one's there? Like only one audience. But that's always the worry.
I love the film, I always have done, and today has really strengthened that love.
It seems like a great audience and good questions, and hopefully they're going to talk about the film the next day and more people come to see the film. Hello, Coventry Film Society. I'm just so happy to be in England and be able to show my film, because I used to live here, and it's been one of my dreams to really distribute my film here. So, and I hope from this film everyone kind of feels or finds a piece of their heart. Thank you.